So one of the hardest situations for a parent is if you have a child who has a kind of emotional and physical intensity. And I've had a child like this, so I know what it is to live with that kind of intensity day after day and how relentless and exhausting it can feel. And we often hear these children labelled maybe with some kind of medical diagnosis, or you hear about spirited children or explosive children. Sometimes you hear about indigo children. And what I really want to say is that this is not part of your child's personality. These behaviours are driven by an underlying need. And when we can address that need, you'll notice that they just melt away. And what's left is the truer, more relaxed, sweeter version of your child, without this kind of intensity driving them the whole time. And what's underlying usually for children that are prone to being quite aggressive or intense is usually that somewhere along the line they've internalized a level of fear. And this is through no fault of anyone and completely unavoidable. We all internalize fear. And for some of us, our journey early on, or, something can happen at some point, causes us to take on fear. And it's fear that drives aggression. So the really good news about this is that you can help your child to recover from fear. That's something that we can do something about. And there's a whole process involved with this. It's not one of the easiest things in the world. But one thing that you can do right now is to focus on your child's goodness. Remember that they're really doing their absolute best here. And it might be helpful to take a moment to just write a list of all the things that you really love and appreciate about them. Or maybe looking through some baby photos might help. And just see if for the rest of the day you can delight in their every move. And your response to everything they say or do is entirely positive and affirming and loving. Now, that doesn't mean that you're not going to set any boundaries with them. You may need to set limits. But just really coming from a place of, I absolutely love you and I see how good you are and what a fascinating, big-hearted, good-thinking little person you are. And I just really want to be with you. And if you can convey that message, I guarantee that you're going to see a slightly different response from them. So please give that a try, and I'd love to hear how it goes. And if you need information on working deeper on shedding some of these layers of fear, get in touch, and that's something I can help you with.